Wednesday, damn it, is Talkie Talk Day.
Rumble in the distance, hear the ground shake. The wreck is coming, no escape. Step aside, I break the chains. Storming through like a runaway train. No mercy, no pause, no fear in my eyes. Watch the empire fall when the titan arrives. I am the wreck, I am the fire, fueling the rage.
Well. Welcome back to Tranewreck'd. It is Wednesday, September 10th. I just realized September 11th is tomorrow. That would make sense, wouldn't it? I am your host, Coletrane, and I am joined by my right-hand lady, Shell,
Hello.
and my left-hand lady. She's left-handed too. Miss JJ Jackson. Hey, Mikey, what's going on, bro? And
I do have to say, before you go on, I love that intro. I love that song.
like,
Mhm.
you know, I just sit around and smoke weed all day, so these
Well,
songs
yeah.
just kind of they just appear.
They
You know,
just come. Yeah, they just show up on your computer.
well, I go to the computer and I just go, and then it just sends like some dude to do the shit for me, and then I pay him with your money because I'm living off you.
Right?
So, so again, welcome to Trainwrecked. It has been a weird week so far. Matter of fact, I woke up this morning just kind of, when you wake up and it's just you're just off. Like I can't
Yep.
explain it. It's like it's not like something bad's gonna happen or something good's gonna happen. It's just something is just not quite right.
Mhm.
And I've been like
Yeah.
that since I woke up this morning. Let me push this mic back because I'm hearing these S's hit real hard. So yeah, it's been one of those things where it's just I woke up and this, I wouldn't even call it jittery. It's just, it kind of almost feels like when your blood sugar drops a little bit, but it's not that. So, oh yeah, see, you must be an empath, just like
That
I
Yep.
was going around because I had that day on Sunday. I
am.
told Tyra it was just a weird day. It
You
was
just get a weird sensation. Like,
Yeah.
I can't describe it. It's like tingles, but not tingles. Like, that's just the
Mhm.
best way I can describe it. There's just something inside me that's just like, this is off. You
not
know?
not quite right. Yeah.
Yeah. And I did have that Sunday as well. Because what is today? Wednesday?
Yep.
So, yeah, Sunday or Monday, one of those days where I didn't get a good amount of sleep, where my watch told me I had 3 hours and 30 some minutes. And then I didn't take a nap today. I'm an old man.
Screws up your whole day.
And not only am I an old man because I didn't take a nap, I actually took an Epsom bath because I'm just, I was planning on working out, and I was just like, nope, because the plan I had was leg day, and it just sucks. But plus, I just felt just trembly, shaky, whatever, and I've been eating enough, but it is what it is. Before we get started, breaking news. Sure, everybody's heard by now that Charlie Kirk was shot and killed at a I don't think it was a rally. It was just it was assembly at I think it was West Valley, Utah University. And I'm not a proponent of violence either, unless it needs to be done. They're calling this an assassination, which I think that's kind of reaching. He was nothing more than a pundit, and but don't murder somebody to silence them because you just made them a martyr.
Right.
You just gave them ammunition against anybody with any kind of liberal anything. And the thing is, the really ironic thing is, this was one of his tweets.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here? Is this one of those things where it's thoughts and prayers and we move on? Or is this enough for people to be like, okay, well, maybe some shit's off? This was Utah, by the way.
Right.
So I mean, it's not like this was Chicago or DC or wherever else they're pouring the, the guard out and everything. This was blanket white Utah, the
Mhm.
middle of Utah. I mean, it's
Isn't
just
that kind of a smaller population in that area
yeah,
too?
yeah, yeah. And it's and just murder on any level is wrong.
Yeah.
The murder of anybody diminishes everybody. With that said, I'm not really going to shed any tears. I feel bad for his wife and his kid,
Yep.
but I said a long time ago when this whole Trump thing came back around, and it was said many, many years ago, and nobody listened. But sometimes the roosters come home to roost,
You know,
and
I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know how I told you that I don't really watch the news or
mhm.
keep up with all the political. I had no idea who this man was.
Really,
He started coming across my phone, saying that and I was like, who the hell is Charlie Kirk? I'm
Mhm.
like, I don't even know who that is. So I started reading up on him and I was like, oh,
You're
well,
good,
I
Mike.
mean, it totally explains why they did it, but
Right.
Mhm.
but I don't know who he was.
Well, of
Yeah.
course, it's like any kind of propaganda. Like on his page, he has this thing called "Prove Me Wrong," where he challenges
Mhm.
liberal college students to ask questions, where he debates them. And of course, he always shows the
Yeah.
dumb fucks that he destroys, and of course, the tag is always Charlie Kirk destroys idiot liberal or whatever. But they don't show when somebody actually has some sense and wrecks his shit.
Mhm.
That
Not on
does
his
happen.
page. They
No,
they
not on his
post it on
page.
social media though.
You can definitely find it.
Oh
But,
yeah.
when somebody comes informed and with, the facts and all that kind of shit, he wound up looking awful stupid.
Oh yeah.
But again, it's a tragedy. Even like Trump, I wish death on nobody because, what does that accomplish? I want them to live a long time in their misery,
Mhm.
and yeah. And again, he had kids, he had a wife and he had people that love him. And, for them, I'm sorry for that. But, you know, shit happens. A lot of our people who try to stand up for themselves as well got plowed down, and not a whole lot of outcry was there.
All right. Yep.
Moving on. I'm trying to get all the serious shit out of the way so we can have a little bit of fun. Last week we talked about the DC. What were we talking about? The National Guard that showed up.
Yep.
So last week we showed that they are using propaganda to show that they are picking up trash and they are making the city nice and safe. And some of the tourists are just flabbergasted and just happy that this is happening. And then, of course, some of the residents are like, "Nah, fuck this, man. We feel like we're in a military state." There was that one coon that was just like, "Yeah, I seen it on the TV, but I ain't seen it in real life." And there was that real scared, doughy white boy that was just kind of looking over his shoulder as he was talking. He was just
Right.
scared of his own shadow.
Mhm.
So, with that, the other, besides crime, there's like this war on the homeless. And it's like, if you don't have a home, where do you go? No, I'm not from DC. I'm in Arizona
No.
right now. But no, I watch the news from all over I'm not one that watches the national news. In the morning, I literally watch my local news. I move to Philly, then I move to LA, and then I go to New York City, and then some city, just at random, Miami, Houston, whatever, because I like to see what's actually going on in the towns. Because nationally, they'll tell you there's some shit going down and it's bad and whatever. You go to the actual town, they're like, yeah, that was like 3 blocks worth of shit, but
Right.
the shots were it
Mhm.
was all across the city. So I like to actually get from the people themselves what's actually going down in the streets. So again, there's this war on the homeless. It's illegal to feed them. It's illegal to help them out in any way. Just get them out of here, goddammit.
It's just asinine.
It
That
is.
it's so stupid. Where are they supposed? Do you think they choose to be, especially in
Exactly.
Nebraska? Like
Mhm.
Right.
it's gonna start. It's starting to get down to the 40s at night now.
Oh
Do you
wow.
really think these people are choosing to be outside?
Or shit,
I mean,
Well,
Arizona in the summertime where it gets to
yeah.
112 to 120.
exactly. It's
Well,
like
and are
that's
they creating some place for them to stay so they're not homeless?
Well, that's
are
the other
they
thing where everybody
building
says, well, they should just
shelters?
go to a shelter or whatever. They're
They don't have
overrun.
enough room. Yes.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, there's a couple of videos we're going to watch from the actual homeless people that were asked, hey, what you guys going to do about these people coming into your area and whatnot? So this first one's about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The next one is 30 seconds. So this is from the actual people who are homeless in DC.
All right, next up here, let's move to our nation's capital. National Guard troops are arriving today with the president declaring a public safety emergency and taking control of the D.C. Metro Police, at least for 30 days. The crackdown on crime, and also he's targeting homelessness, the president says. News Nation's Joe Khalil has been covering all of this. Back today live from D.C. yet again. All right, what are you seeing out there today, Joe?
So, Connell, we know the National Guard is here. We're not sure whether they've been sent out anywhere, but they're in the district. We saw them coming in, those reportedly 800. They say were at the D.C. Armory this morning. And in terms of the law enforcement aspect of this, D.C.'s Mayor Muriel Bowser met a little while ago with the Attorney General Pam Bondi. Both of those women coming out of the meeting saying that it was productive, and that Muriel Bowser says that the gaps they have within the Metro D.C. local police department might be filled by the reinforcements from the Trump administration. She said they're looking for ways to sort of work together and make sure they can be the most effective law enforcement team they can be. So there is a level of collaboration there that perhaps people didn't expect. Meantime, Connell, the other issue, the homelessness issue, and you can see back out here the tents behind us, just one of several areas in D.C. where you can see these encampments here. We did get some clarification from Caroline Levitt, the White House press secretary, during the briefing about how the law enforcement operation is going to work in terms of getting those encampments out. This is what she said here.
Homeless individuals will be given the option to leave their encampment, to be taken to a homeless shelter, to be offered addiction or mental health services, and if they refuse, they will be susceptible to fines or to jail time. Again, these are pre-existing laws that are already on the books. They have not been enforced, which is part of the reason for this nationalizing of the federalizing of the National Guard, to bring in this assistance for law enforcement.
Now, Connell, the homeless shelter situation may be a bit more complicated. We talked to two homeless advocates yesterday, and both said that the shelter space is very limited in D.C. right now. So that's something the White House will have to contend with.
And you talked to some of those people living in encampments, like that, Joe?
Yeah, we did. We talked to some of the homeless folks who are here in D.C. that live in these tents, that sleep there, and basically they told us they're not sure how it's going to work if they're cleared out and where they're going to end up going. Take a listen to just some of what we heard today.
All right, of course, that's going to be part 2. But yeah, real heartfelt right there. Like,
Good Lord.
you have a choice of getting in this bus and we'll just scoop you on to the place, or you can go to jail. You know?
Or pay a fine.
Or pay a fine with what money? Yeah.
Yeah, Mikey,
You
I don't
want
know
us
how
to-
they can make being homeless illegal. That's just
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
I know. It's like a
and
fine
over,
with
what was it, 60-70% of Americans are one paycheck disaster away from being right out there with them.
Yep.
But of course, there's a whole bunch of people just hanging on by a string, talking shit about the, yeah, get them homeless out of there. Why don't they just get a job? You know how many times I've heard that?
Right.
Like,
So-
I remember Walmart in Lincoln. There was a guy out there holding a sign. He was clearly homeless because his shoes was dirty, face was dirty. I can tell the difference because you can have a dirty face and some clean ass shoes. I'm like, you ain't homeless, man.
Right.
Some brand new ass shoes. But this one kid was like, well, there's a Walmart right there. Just get a job. Okay. Well, what do you put for your address?
Exactly.
Can I
Call
use
back.
your address? Can you give me your phone number so I can
Yeah.
give it to them? And you come back out here and let me know what they say.
See,
Right.
that's the problem with people
What
in the
the
first
hell?
worlds like this. Like you fell out of your mama in a first world country by accident of birth.
Hmm.
And that's the only reason you're not in that situation, because you could have just as well been born in Pakistan or India. You could have been one of the untouchables, because they still have that caste system over there where if you're born into that caste, you're in that caste until you die. And supposedly when you're reincarnated, you're still in that caste. So it's just like you're fucked if you're born on the wrong side of anything.
It's
Mhm.
ridiculous.
So they're going to go talk to some of these homelesses and you know, they seem like they're gonna take it lying down.
That's going to be a mess, because that's going to be a mess. I'm telling you, these guys, they say we have nothing to lose. We all already on the street. So do whatever you want to do. If you really care about me, then help me.
I'm just trying to live. I'm just trying to survive. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to find a way. You know what I'm saying? I've been just trying to find work. I mean, it's been hard out here being homeless. The shelters are not clean always. I mean, it's the shelters. I'm saying, it's like you surviving for yourself. You know what I'm saying, I might as well survive for myself right here.
Yeah. Again, some say they've tried the shelters, Connell, and they prefer actually to be out here in the tents. Obviously, that is not going to comport with what the White House is trying to do, so it may get complicated here. You just got to remember the human element to this, too. These are human beings that are, you know, going through something that's a really rough situation.
And the thing is, the more I read into the situation with, you know, them saying that they would prefer to be outside, of course, that's going to be, you know, clickbait for people. See, they just want to be homeless. No, the reason they don't want to be in these shelters, number one, they're crowded.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, bed bugs. Number three, lice. Number four, roaches. Number five, crazy motherfuckers that are in there with you. You know, there's just a whole bunch of things. I mean, even if you're homeless, you can have the dignity of not getting bugs and lice and all that nasty shit. And they're so behind and overcrowded, and there's not enough food, you know, and the food that they do have is shit that people are just throwing out that they don't want. So it's not delicious shit. It's the cans of pie filling and
the leftovers.
Them candied yams that got a dent in it, and them swollen ass cans or whatever else that you shouldn't even open that shit up.
Probably just open it up, throw it on something to heat it up, and serve it to them. I mean, it's they're acting like the shelters are the
shit.
Yeah, like it's the
like it's the Ritz-Carlton and shit.
Go to the shelters. Just go to the shelters. You walk yourself inside of a shelter one time, and I want you to see if you would ever go back to one. Now, I'm not talking about necessarily the shelters in Lincoln, because I've been to the city mission in Lincoln and I wouldn't stay there. But I'm sure it's worse in the bigger cities where there are people.
Oh, and I've met other people who went to the mission, had to be in the mission, and they were saying, just if you can get past the smell, you know, it's beyond
that's
that.
another thing I was going to mention is, you know, even if you're at the shelter, it doesn't mean that they are giving you soap and washcloths and towels, you know, every time you go in. So there's going to be people that are funky, and that's not pleasant to be around either. You know, so I personally would rather be around my own funk than be around 50 other people's funk with my own funk. You know,
she was woke up by two women screaming and fighting. Damn.
Oh my.
See, that's the other crazy thing. Like, you don't want to get caught up in somebody else's crazy shit.
All kinds of shit going on around you. At least in a tent, you can close yourself off from other. I mean, it doesn't seem like the optimal way for me, but
if your choice is hell and sub hell, you know, I mean, I guess I'm going to pick the hell.
Yeah, it's like, this is just, it's ridiculous. I can't.
It's crazy.
I want to understand how they're going to enforce making it illegal. Please, I want you to show, because half of these people are better off in a jail cell anyway. But how long are they going to keep them?
Right. Well, yeah, because they're overcrowded too.
Their life, they're not going to, you know, they're going to get out of there, and then they're going to be right back on the streets.
Exactly. So what they should do is have some type of like job. I mean, this sounds kind of simplistic, but like a job fair. So allow people to, you know, she said that they are going to offer the mental health support, but if they don't want to take it, then they're going to be shipped off to a prison. But a lot of these people that don't want to be homeless, because yes, there are people that prefer it, they need a job, but they don't have the resources to get a job. So allow them
or the mental capacity
apply for fucking jobs So they're no longer homeless.
And they're not, half of them are not, they don't have the wherewithal to be able
Right.
to sign up for disability. And there
Oh,
are
yeah.
some that are vets and they do get their disability and
But it ain't shit.
but it's not enough for them to live on. It's
Right.
just
Yeah, Mike. Yeah, I knew people in Nebraska that did that too. Because
absolutely
they prefer to be inside
Oh, yeah.
where it's warm than outside in those blizzards freezing to death. And
They
how
Yeah.
fucking
get
sad is that?
3 meals a day.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, and we still stick our chest out and tout that we're like the best country in the world, looking like a bunch of fools right now.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
even that Buffalo shaman fool, the one that raided the Capitol, even he's sick of Trump right now. I forgot to download the tweet, but once that Epstein shit came up, he was mad because he was like, "Well, God damn it, just release it." So if you're doing if you pissed off Bullman Shaman, then you fucked up. Pay is not equal.
Yeah.
Exactly that too.
Absolutely right.
Yep. Yep.
Absolutely
Exactly.
right. And that's happening so bad in Lincoln right now because
Mhm.
they're really just trying to turn into a college town, I think.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, they're trying to gentrify it pretty. Yeah. Last time I was
they're
there, that's what I
fixing up-
see is a bunch of
they're
gentrification.
fixing up a lot of stuff, and like apartments are going from 500 to 1,500 real quick.
Yes.
Okay,
You know
that's
what?
if you've
ahead,
got
go ahead.
three people that are each paying rent, but for one person
Yeah.
and
That's
some
insane.
kids, or you know what I mean? It's like,
Right.
what are you guys doing? Like, you know what? Just put a woman in the office, because I promise you that a woman will have 50% of the United States problems solved within 2 weeks.
And they'll be pissed by week 3.
I mean, and a black woman at that. Okay, I'm just
No,
saying.
nobody's confusing panhandlers and homeless. They specifically said homeless. You
Yep.
saw the tents. You didn't see anybody out there begging for no money. You saw
Yeah.
them talking about they need jobs. So let's not throw little platitudes in here where there's not needed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where do we go from here? My fucking run sheet went off my screen with me. Oh, see, yeah. So we got done talking about that. So I need to remind you guys to click like, love, whatever it is you click, thumbs up. I want you to subscribe. If you're on that YouTube channel, you see that square down in the right-hand corner. Matter of fact, I don't feel like saying all this. I made a commercial. You are currently watching Tranewreck'd, a Jaded Zen Entertainment property. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved. You're currently watching us live on YouTube. Good for you. But if you're not subscribed, you need to go down to that lower right-hand corner of the screen. There's a red square with a red triangle in the middle of that. Hover your cursor over it, click, boom, you're subscribed just like all the other cool kids. If you're currently watching us on Facebook, you may want to come over to YouTube to the live portion because their subscription has its benefits. So go ahead and click that YouTube QR code and get yourself over to the YouTube channel. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally on Facebook, here is my page. Just click that QR code, drop me a DM or drop a comment. And also, if you want to get in touch with our business page on Facebook, it's right here, Jaded Zen Entertainment, or just click the QR code. And don't forget, every Tuesday and Thursday night at 6:05 p.m. Eastern, you can see Coletrane on the Star Maker Bowling Show. Again, that's at 6:05 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday and Thursday. Click that QR code, and I encourage you to subscribe there as well. Now, let's get back to the show. See, I didn't have to say all that.
Love it.
Just click a button and boom, bada bang.
You've been
There you
busy
go.
this week, huh?
I have. No, I've just been smoking weed and sitting
I
around.
haven't done shit. I haven't done shit but survive. I have a teenager again at the age of 52, and Lord have mercy, if you thought I would have went to jail when my kids were younger.
Well, now when you're older, you ain't got time to fight. You just want to pop and shoot.
Exactly. My fuse like this long, and I'm like, they still call it abuse. They call it abuse these days. That's just remembering. I don't know how they do dialysis in prison, and
Ooh.
so don't say nothing about the way I look today. It's been a damn day.
I'm guessing so.
I'll look better tomorrow or next week. How about that?
A few memes I went ahead and downloaded because they made me giggle. Turns out, majority of women find it a turnoff if their partner listens to the Joe Rogan podcast. No shit.
Not the truth.
Do you see what I had that labeled as? Rogan dries up women.
Oh. Oh man, love it.
Let's see. We had to deal with Trump's insane tweets for 10 years and survive. Gavin does it 2 weeks and they have lost their motherfucking minds over there. I love that dude, man. He is. See, and that's the thing. I don't know if you guys saw the show with Scaramucci on there. He was saying that's one of the things is like his insults are so mid. Like they're just to be from New York. Like they're
Right.
not even good, you know? Let's see. Turns out we have more unemployed people and then job openings since the first time since April of 2021. Man, and that was
Yeah.
just right after the pandemic when they wanted to blame Biden his first 13 days in office.
Yep.
Let's see.
And who was the president before Biden?
Some mango fat ass. I don't know. Besides
Oh.
Taft, he was the fattest president in the history of the United States, from what I hear.
Oh, that's so ironic.
And you know the thing
Unemployment
about
is
a lot of
insane.
conservatives, they think that everybody thinks like them. So they think that like if what if there's a Democrat on the Epstein file? Don't give a shit. I don't care if Clinton, Biden, any of them motherfuckers are on there. Release the fucking files.
Right.
And you know why? Because I'm not in a cult. I don't
Exactly.
I don't look to one man to solve all my problems, especially when his solutions have been shown scientifically to be fucked up. We're in a bigger deficit than ever, and a quarter of that was
That keeps
caused
getting
by him.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Gonzo? Good to see you.
Hey, Sam.
Something else I don't understand right now is white people or white men especially are feeling like they're endangered and like they somehow have lost control.
Welcome.
Tell me where you have lost any of this control, because like 90% of all the wealth and shit in this country still belongs to y'all. All the CEOs, most of the colleges, and especially this dumb motherfucker.
Oh,
He
God.
says
Oh, gosh.
hatred of white males is turning people transgender.
That's a good reason. I mean,
They pull some shit out their ass.
they really do. Did you see that Trump is now he's been working with the FBI against Jeffrey Epstein? You saw that, right?
Well, I see a
was
lot of
like,
his shit's
this is the
redacted
shit
too.
They're gonna jump on now. Like, just release the frickin' files.
I know.
Exactly.
It's just like his tax returns.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know when
His
Things that he
birth-
wants to hide, he never wants to, release.
y'all know how in high school, a lady was fine, and then she's had a couple of babies. She's middle aged. She still looks good, but there's some motherfucker that's like, yeah, homegirl fell off, and the dude that said that has a gut. He's balding and like teeth missing and shit like that. I want you to keep that in mind when you read this. Kid Rock claims low birth rate is due to ugly ass, broke, crazy liberal women in the U.S. looking like that.
God, he
in
is
the
so
world?
hideous.
He looked like he stank, don't he?
Oh,
He
God, yeah.
does.
That greasy ass hair and shit.
And I
Just-
never thought he was hot, but
No.
I mean, he was all right. What the fuck happened? Drugs. That's drugs.
And alcohol.
no, that's beer.
Yeah, alcohol.
Beer makes you look like that. There was a lady who decided to make a bogus call to ICE. Here's the bitch. Karen from Georgia. She cried wolf, saying that 475 people were here illegally. And let's see, single-handedly stopped construction of the new Hyundai LG plant, which was a $7.6 billion investment, creating 8,500 new jobs. Her real name is Tori Browning, and she just killed thousands of jobs for Georgians. All because you wanted to tell on some people that the shit wasn't even correct, and
Probably
you really
wasn't
look
even
like that.
Yep.
Remember, we were talking about Snoop last week, and Marlon Wayans came to the defense of gay and transgender people. Remember that?
Yep.
Yes.
Sure.
Problem
do.
was he denies he ever said it.
Oh my God.
Let's see. He said, I watched Snow White as a kid, and I ain't give a bitch a poison apple yet. The alleged quote added. But as soon as a gay character pop up as an agenda, the agenda is to make your kids empathetic, not gay. So that's what he supposedly said. He said, now, I never said this. He continued as he tagged his bro Snoop. I never publicly smear him for an opinion. I never even heard what he said or if he said it. I'm watching all these news outlets pick this up, and I'm shaking my head. While Wayans defended LGBTQ and human rights, he called any reports of him and Snoop beefing as, quote, fake news. So you don't know what to believe no more.
No. Well, and that's the horrible thing with AI is honestly, you can't believe anything.
And it gives dumbasses a weapon.
Yeah.
Because that's all they have to do is use that shit to fuel their dumbass beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that the scientists, work their asses off to trick you. That's just something
and they can do it either way. They just, people are just. I've always told my girls, if you're gonna say it, stand on your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Stand on it. I don't care if you have to be standing up there alone. If you're gonna say it, stand on it. Because when somebody comes and asks you, "Did you say it?"
Yeah, there's receipts.
There's
usually going to be some receipts.
Oh, that just makes. I don't. Can we move to the fun stuff?
Well, first, we got to roll into our topic of the day, which is gaslighting. Which there's the graphic right there. So we've all been is it gaslit or gaslighted? There's so many damn rules. Anybody out there, let me know. Is it gaslit or gaslighted? But anyway, all of us have been in a situation where we know we were done wrong and we spoke up about being done wrong, and the wrongdoer made us feel crazy for feeling like we were done wrong. And that's a perfect it's a perfect definition of gaslighting, really. It's making somebody feel crazy for calling you out on your bullshit, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, there is a actual definition, so I can sound smart here. Gaslighting is a psychological manipulation designed to sow self-doubt and confusion in the victim. The goal is control. If you don't trust your own judgment, you'll rely on the manipulator's version of reality. Types of behavior include denial, flat out rejecting something the victim knows happened; trivialization, dismissing feelings as overreacting or too sensitive; contradiction, repeatedly telling somebody their memory or perception is wrong; and projection, accusing the victim of the very thing the gaslighter is doing. I'll tell you what, I had a whole bunch of girlfriends that were accusing me of cheating and just knew I was cheating, even though it was like my cousin's name on the phone or some shit like that. And come to find out, that bitch was engaged while we were together. So that's so that's a perfect example. Another example is our ghost, you're on it. Another example is our friend from last week. Remember Schwain? Let's see. Let me go here.
Yep. Sure do.
Here's Schwain. All right. At first, I thought it was somebody else. But then after about 38 seconds of thought, as I was, I pretty much forgot about the whole thing. And as I was going to bed, my mind just kind of raced. And I got to thinking, Schwain. That don't sound like something the sister would actually name her child. That sounds like something a white person would think that somebody would name their child.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like in wrestling, there was Montel Vontavious Porter. Ain't nobody named their child Vontavious.
Right.
That was a white person. So that was the first thing. Because that just doesn't even sound like something a sister would come up with. Or a brother for that matter. I did a reverse search on that image. That image of Schwain, all rocked out, and I think his nickname was AK something gangstery that I don't think a real gangster would actually put down. So when I did a reverse search, lo and behold, it's a gay porn star.
Mm.
So do I have beef with a gay porn star? No, probably not. And then I started thinking about some of the things that were said.
Mm-hmm.
And then the fact that some people aren't smart enough to change their style of speaking. I've seen those sentences before. And my girl that I had to keep out of my mouth was the daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we go through all these clues, I get to thinking, who did I have beef with? Because there's a lot of husbands that hate me. There's a lot of boyfriends that hate me just because their women talk to me or just because I'm in their presence. But I got to thinking, this guy, I know who this guy is. In fact, it's not a guy at all, is it, Katie?
Mm-hmm.
You said the exact same shit in the very emails that you sent to me telling me I should die at my own hands. Well, I did mention the girl last week. And thank God you said something because I forgot to send all those files to her. And damned if I didn't do it on Monday. So in her possession is every conversation, the fact that death was wished upon me, the fact that I have every court case, every file, every stupid thing you gave me. Because like gaslighting, you tried to blame the victim. When in fact, if you actually read your own files, you were the aggressor. So I talked to the daughter, who apologized for me even being drug into this shit, who actually said the words, she's too crazy and too immature to actually take accountability for anything that she does. So it may seem like I'm mad, but I'm not. Matter of fact, it's humorous to me that number one, you can't come to my face and scare me, but you sure can't scare me from behind a screen. Number two.
And you can't hide.
No, number two. Among the things that were said was, I live off my wife's income. I hide behind being a stay-at-home dad, and which is pathetic because both my kids are over 18. Only one kid's over 18, first of all. Number two, I haven't called myself a stay-at-home dad for 4 years. Not since my oldest graduated high school. That, and this company that I run right now has been open for about, 10 years. I just got serious about it 5 years ago. I owned another company previously that I dissolved because I was just not into it anymore.
Yep.
But with your W-2 job that makes you feel empowered. By the way, it's a fucking gas station. And the only people that you can get to care about you was the fucking manager you had at your previous gas station who dumps you on a regular basis. I was the only other person that would listen to your shit. Remember that little group that you formed that was all those memes and shit like that? Remember how the first day 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people just left the group, leaving you there looking all stupid? Remember that? I do. And I believe that if somebody has cracked their neck when they were 12, got into a car accident when they were 16, and further cracked the neck, wrestled, and it finished the job, where it basically cracked a bone in my lower neck. Every single day, I wake up in pain, and it's that kind of pain that I can manage, but it's also that kind of pain that if I woke up pain-free, I'd be nervous because I've gotten so used to that pain. But a broken goddamn neck a torn labrum. I've torn my lat. I've torn knee cartilage. I think I've earned the right to puff a little bit instead of taking all these goddamn opioids, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
In a state
That would
where it's
happen.
legal,
Yep.
where I'm over the age of 21, and where I'm never on this show seemingly way the fuck out of my mind. As far as income, you don't know what kind of investments I've made, because I've made a few.
Mm-hmm.
And I guarantee any voice session I have, one session is more than you can make in a paycheck. So now that we got all that shit out in the blue, Katie, hopefully you'll learn your lesson. Leave me the fuck alone, because like any business owner, they have attorneys.
Mm-hmm.
And those attorneys know what the handle is. They know your Facebook. They know your Instagram. And you made a threat, didn't you? Didn't you say you were going to come see me? It's a threat. It was online. That makes it a federal offense. So the thing is, I did say last week, yes, I'm back to the bright side. We had that experiment where I was pretty much a heel that entire time, being provocative. It was a social experiment, and you made me come back to the darkness one more fucking time, didn't you? But we're gonna go ahead and call this a dead issue, because anything further will just get you in deeper trouble. And I don't know if you've noticed, I have a lot of fans, I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of people that care about me. So I'm not even worried about anybody getting to me, nor do I have to get to you when all I have to do is ask for you to be brought to me in a trunk. So just let that be a lesson. Don't fuck with nobody. Don't try to hide in the shadows, because we're in a technological age. You can be found and you can get got. All right. So everybody else, let's try to avoid all this bullshit, because it's pretty obvious that I'm not somebody that's just gonna jump on you. I like to be like a phone call at 3 a.m, unexpected and very unpleasant. So, if we can all get along, that would be great. I wouldn't have to do any of this kind of shit. I wouldn't have to put you on blast on a show. I wouldn't have to unleash 40 or 50 motherfuckers that are looking for you. And the thing is, I don't wish death on you at all. I want you to live a long, long, long life. I hope you live to be 120. Alone. Knowing that your kids can't stand you to the point to where they change their names. And every night when I go to bed, my children come to me, hug me for a long time, tell me they love me and good night. And I see them in the morning and I hug them again. There was some weird guy that said winning at one point in time, and goddamn if I can't just say it right now, bitch, winning. So Schwain, I expect I won't be hearing from you again. And if I do, I guess we'll just have a little bit more fun at your expense, huh? I'm not the one to play with. I'm kind of like the Joker. Like I enjoy revenge. That's just me. I'm petty. So, and with that, Station ID. You are currently watching Tranewreck'd, a Jaded Zen Entertainment property. Copyright 2025, all rights reserved. You're currently watching us live on YouTube. Good for you. But if you're not subscribed, you need to go down to that lower right-hand corner of the screen. There's a red square with a red triangle in the middle of that. Hover your cursor over it, click, boom, you're subscribed just like all the other cool kids. If you're currently watching us on Facebook, you may want to come over to YouTube to the live portion, because their subscription has its benefits. So go ahead and click that YouTube QR code and get yourself over to the YouTube channel. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally on Facebook, here is my page. Just click that QR code, drop me a DM or drop a comment. And also, if you want to get in touch with our business page on Facebook, it's right here, Jaded Zen Entertainment, or just click the QR code. And don't forget, every Tuesday and Thursday night at 6:05 p.m. Eastern, you can see Coletrane on the Star Maker Bowling Show. Again, that's at 6:05 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday and Thursday. Click that QR code, and I encourage you to subscribe there as well. Now, let's get back to the show. I didn't notice my voice traveled. Let's go to the show. All right, now we can get into a little bit more fun stuff, depending on how fun you think this is. We're still on the gaslighting train, but thank you, Kathy. I haven't talked to you in forever. That's Jayla's mom, actually.
Hi, Auntie.
That's right. See, y'all don't know. Me and JJ are connected family-wise. We're not cousins, but we're cousins of cousins. So we've always been linked up. And so, like, when she says, you know, you better know who my family is, she knows because it's the same people. So don't fuck with us. So have you guys heard about this baseball Karen?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. So for those of you that don't know, it was a Phillies game, and she was every bit of a Karen. So this gray-haired lady, there was a home run hit into the stands, bounced off a chair. A father grabbed it, walked back over to his son, handed it to him. This bitch comes out of nowhere and jump scares his ass and demands that she had the ball first, so she should get it back. So this first part, I'm going to kind of narrate because it's silent. So here we go. There's the home run. Boom. Bounces off the seats. Here comes dad jog, and boom. The bitch is the one in the white right there that's trying to grab him. See, get it back. Okay, so he does what any good dad would do. Picks up the ball, hands it to his little boy.
Wasn't it his birthday too?
I don't know, but I know
I think they said they were celebrating his birthday.
His mom, and here's the bitch right here, demanding. I don't know why they're showing it so many times, but look, it scared him like a motherfucker.
He's like, wait,
he was
what?
ready to throw some. He was ready to throw hands, wasn't he?
He was like,
sister getting in, saying, So if only we could hear what she was saying. Oh,
yeah, watch. So
like it was in her
you
hands.
Clearly see it hit the chair, and her slow ass just couldn't get it.
Yeah.
So it never even touched her hand. So the story gets better though. I just love this shit. Let me see. I'm gonna go. So on the way, you know, as the guy wound up handing her the ball back because he just didn't want no shit. The Philly, I think it was it was Miami. They were playing Miami. So the Marlins gave him a swag bag, you know, and they got the crowd cheering for him and shit. He got to go, I keep wanting to say backstage. He got to go to the locker room and get a bat signed by the guy that hit the home run. Schwarmer was his name. Can't remember his first name. But anyway, so that kid won in the end, and he's on the talk shows and shit like that, you know, so he's winning big time. Here is Miss Lady Ma'am as she got her ball. Real classy, flipping off the entire crowd. Now it turns out that she was a school administrator in New Jersey. They found out. Wow. Boom, fired.
Oh, was it worth it?
A school administrator in New Jersey district.
Technology.
Exactly.
About that.
Now she's complaining. She can't go outside anymore. She can't leave her home because everybody's yelling Karen ball snatcher at her. Claims it's not fair how everybody's treating her.
Oh, big baby.
She's going to leave the country and never come back. I'm leaving the country. I'm never coming back ever.
It's like people saying, I'm getting off Facebook because I am so tired of listening to all these people and their drama. Just no. I don't care.
She claims everyone is treating her unfair. Let's see, what else did she say? She can't even go outside anymore. I think I already showed that one, didn't it? Yeah, I showed that one. Let's see. This was her response after her quote unquote apology. So she responds after the young man and his family were invited to meet the Phillies team and got free World Series tickets. I didn't know that.
Oh, wow.
And a shocking twist, she says, they should be thanking me. None of this would have happened if it weren't for me. I
Oh
should
my
be getting the
God.
VIP treatment that he is getting.
What the
The internet is calling it one of the most jealous statements of the year. First, she took the ball. Now she wants the credit too.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Entitled.
That's just, and that's caring like a motherfucker. That's just,
No kidding.
you know, that's one of the things I always had to endure too, especially like when you're a black man and with a deep voice. People can fuck with you until you say something back, and then you're too aggressive. Like, I was just playing. You have to get so mean. It's like that's called white girl tear weaponizing, and I can't stand that shit. Not only did she get kicked out of the stadium, she's been banned from all Phillies games. As a matter of fact, she's been banned from the Link, which is the stadium where the Eagles, the Phillies, all these
Wow.
people play.
Wow.
Not only that, the Detroit Lions owner, who is a Ford family member, Sheila Ford Hemp, said, "You can't come here neither."
Damn.
Yep, cannot come here. So 2 stadiums full of people hate you. Various different sports. I mean, shit.
Was
What
it
kind of
worth it?
asshole can you be to? I mean, and now you talking about you gonna leave the country and never come back. Well, get your ass on then. Shit.
Exactly. Bye. Nobody's gonna miss you.
Well, and if Americans don't like you, I doubt anybody else is going to.
Right.
Yeah, they're not gonna be opening their arms saying, "Come here," because you're such a
Mhm.
wonderful person.
Yeah, CEO of the Philadelphia Eagles has reportedly banned her from the Link. And she looks every bit of a bitch ass Karen, don't she?
He really
yeah.
does.
Mhm.
I thought that
Just-
when I saw the clip for the first time, I was like, is she really? Is she? Oh,
Mhm.
and I was surprised that they gave her the ball because I wouldn't have. I'd have been like,
I wouldn't have either, but he did the right thing because he was trying to end. This was in front of his kids,
yeah,
and his son
Yeah.
was getting nervous and shit, so he did the right thing. Although I wouldn't have.
his
But it
kids
turns out,
are
he
older.
won in the end. What was
My
that?
kids are, I said my kids are older, so my kids would have been like, they would have jumped right in front of me and been like, "Put her back up, baby."
Shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you not see the article I just put up there, dumbass? Anyway, what was the other thing I was going? Okay, tell me this: if anybody else, especially if it was Obama or somebody like that, if y'all saw this on TV, would he get away with it?
Are
The hell?
you kidding me?
And the funny thing is, the first round when Trump first ran for president, I was saying right away, why is he sniffing so goddamn much and wiping his nose? Nobody picked up on that shit.
Right.
But the second somebody stumbles, on the liberal side, man, they're all over that. Oh, he must be on drugs. He must be drunk. It's just, but yeah, and it's been said that Trump has been a cocaine addict since the 80s. That there's rumors he actually blew his ass out and that he has to wear adult diapers. And there's a moment in WrestleMania where he clotheslined Vince McMahon, and when he went down, if you pan in good enough, there's a big old puffy set of diapers on his big ass. I'm going to download that, and you're going to see that next week. Oh, you didn't see that, Katie? Kathy. He dug in his pocket and rubbed a little something on his gums, and seemed like he got a little bump of energy after that. So you tell me what he did. Let's see. There
A little
was
bit of white
2
puff
more
powder.
things. Yeah, a little bit
Does
of
it work like
booger sugar.
like that? I mean, I know I've seen people.
Yeah, you can
know,
sniff it, you can eat it, you can. But if you rub it in your gums, it absorbs into the
It
blood.
absorbs super quickly because of your saliva.
Especially if there's some stuck on your finger, you'll see them like sniff, and there's some still stuck, and they'll just rub it on their gums.
Mhm.
So I have never tried that shit, and I never will, because I'll be
Mm-mm.
the person that my heart will explode the very first time I try it.
Okay.
It'd be the pure shit.
Mm-hmm.
No,
So, Shell,
we
you
meant to sell
ready?
him baby powder, and it was not. Yeah.
You ready for the dumbass deaths?
Yep.
All right. One of our most popular segments back in the day was Darwin's Darlings, where we did stories about people who did incredibly stupid shit, even though they didn't die most of the time. These are people that die every time of really, really, really dumb reasons. So here we go with Darwin's dumbass deaths.
Oh, Darwin's dumbass deaths, where the foolish take their last breaths. From silly stunts to fatal falls, natural selection laughs through it all. Slide whistle. Ooh.
I love that.
I
Okay.
like that.
Put you on by
First
yourself.
story. Gary Hoy, the lawyer who trusted Windows too much. Gary Hoy was a corporate lawyer in Toronto with a strange party trick, hurling himself against skyscraper windows to prove they were unbreakable. The glass never shattered, but one day in 1993, the window frame itself popped out. Hoy plummeted 24 stories to his death. The kicker, he was showing off to law students at the time. This story is a reminder that gravity doesn't care about your resume or your ego. Womp womp. Number 2, Sigurd the Mighty, killed by a dead man. Back in the 9th century, Viking Earl Sigurd the Mighty of Orkney won a battle and tied his enemy's severed head to his horse's saddle. Riding home, the head's teeth grazed Sigurd's leg, cutting him. Infection set in, and the mighty Viking died from the wound. That's right, he defeated his foe in life, only to be killed by him in death. Proof that even in victory, karma sometimes has the last laugh. And lastly, Michael Anderson Godwin, death by headphones on the toilet. Michael Godwin once faced the electric chair, but had his sentence reduced to life. Ironically, years later in the South Carolina cell, he accidentally electrocuted himself while sitting on a metal toilet and trying to fix his headphones, biting into a live wire. He escaped state execution, but delivered his own on the throne. A grimly comic. Okay, I'm just going to leave off that last sentence because it's stupid. But that's the end of our stupid deaths.
Blink, blink, oopa, oopa. Oh, Darwin's dumbass deaths, where the foolish take their last breaths. From silly stunts to fatal falls. Natural selection laughs through it all. Boom! Slide whistle. Splat.
Safe to say that's going to be a regular segment.
Yep.
Oh, that's the music, which means we're actually overtime. Thank you for joining us again. Every Wednesday night, we're on live at 7 p.m. Arizona time, 10 p.m. Eastern. And our replays are the very next day, usually around noon, whatever time zone you're in. I just have to do a bunch of clipping excess shit off and making it party for you people. Let's see. Make sure to join me tomorrow on the Star Maker Bowling Show. I am ill prepared with that. So yeah, just go to youtube.com/@StarMakerBowling. Next week, we will talk about some of the things we missed this week. Tariffs. We will talk about exactly how laws are passed. And we will talk about it's in the way, so I can't see it. Hang on just a second. The Halifax Slasher. That's going to be our mystery of the week, I guess. So, again, thank you for joining us. Make sure you check tomorrow for the replay. If you haven't subscribed, shame on you. You need to go down to that square in the bottom right-hand corner with the triangle in the middle of it. Go ahead and take a click. You'll be subscribed. You'll be one of the cool kids. Subscription does have its benefits. So you never know. We're going to start pulling out some prizes and shit later on. Speaking of which, I told you guys last week, and it was on the, what do you call it? Not the quiz section, but the, what do you call those? When you poll people.
Oh, like a poll? A
Like
survey?
poll. Yeah, it's a survey. Thank you. I took a survey on my YouTube page. It's kind of like posts like you do on Facebook, but not a lot of people saw it. So last week I mentioned that the Ordained Outlaw isn't just a nickname. There's actually outlaw in my blood. Who is my famous outlaw cousin? And let's see, one more. Let's see, what's the hint I had for you guys? And if you go to my posts, you can actually see the original clues. CM Gonzo, he went in there and clicked something, so I'll do it too. He's remembered by a nickname he despised, but the papers never stopped printing it. And the funny thing is too, I had the same nickname when I was little, and I also hated it because it wasn't, to me, it wasn't a compliment, but I guess some people could take it as such. So next week we will reveal who that is, but I do want you to drop in the comments, who do you think it is? A famous outlaw that is my distant cousin. And just drop that in the comments. You can drop it in my DMs on Facebook. Drop it on my page. Go to the J to Z Entertainment Facebook page. Drop it there. I just want to hear who you think it is. And if you get it right, you may get a prize. So that's our show for this week. Shell, anything to say?
Take care of yourself, take care of others, and stay cool. Pretty generic.
JJ.
You guys know I always say, go out and be a blessing. And if you can't be a blessing to somebody, don't block.
And I'm going to tell you, hey, as simple as this. Stop gaslighting people. Own your mistakes, own your mess. Be honest, be accountable. Don't be an asshole. And remember, noise isn't thought and volume isn't vision. So with that, I'll say, catch us next week. Catch the replay tomorrow. Thank you, Kathy, CM Gonzo, Ghost, Diane, Jaina, and Mikey. Thank you so much, you guys. Mikey, next week, let's go ahead and promote your channel. I forgot to get you on here and do that, but we will do it next week. Thank you for joining us. See you next week. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Coletrane, and we hope you enjoyed this episode of Tranewreck'd. If you did, make sure you're subscribed. Let us know in the comments section. Drop a like. And most importantly, share with others. You can easily subscribe here, watch our past episodes of Tranewreck'd here, and check our latest drops right here. Remember to join us live every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Arizona time, 10 p.m. Eastern. Replays the next day by noon Eastern. On behalf of the crew of Tranewreck'd, thank you for watching. Hit the button.